Let's talk about price today because we haven't done one of these videos in about a week. I'm going to take a look at RMRK, MOVR and Kusama and a little bit of Bitcoin because thanks to Bitcoin's pop today, we've seen a bit of a recovery in the alts, but again, not a major recovery. It's a lot of sideways movement as you can see here. Thanks to Bitcoin being in this area for so long, we're getting similar moves for the alts. And so RMRK is kind of following Bitcoin in a way, maybe not as powerful, right, when it comes to these swings, but we've definitely had a nice pop here on the 12-hour chart. As you can see, this green candle is quite big here, and it looks like it wants to put in another green candle, but remember, what was previously support has become resistance, and so this area here is where we're going to encounter some resistance, unfortunately. But again, it is relative to Bitcoin. However, just to look back at Bitcoin, Bitcoin is also going to encounter some resistance around this area because we do know that the last time it went to 32k, just dumped back down to face 28,700 again. Actually, it was the low 29,000 to be fair here. Yeah, we actually went 29,300, at least on KuCoin, right? On other exchanges maybe lower, but yeah, I mean, the last time we had that pop, as you can see, once we had the dump, we had a pop here when we went to 31,600, then we dumped below, went to 27, then we had another pop to 31, then we went back to 28,600-ish, then again to 30. So we keep swinging between this area here, and RMRK is following this same movement here, as you can see with Bitcoin, right? We went down to $3, which was brutal. Then we went to 520, then we dumped back to 4, then we went to 550, and we haven't seen 550 since, unfortunately. But will we see it again? I don't know, because remember, what was previously support has now turned into resistance. And so, as I said to you in previous videos, RMRK has solid resistance around $5 because it's been accumulating there for a long time, right at the beginning here. And because of that, it's going to be very hard for RMRK to break past that area. And then, of course, the next one is the hardest to break, is around the 750 to 8. As you can see here, this is the toughest to break here, unfortunately, for RMRK holders. We're not going to see any bright days anytime soon, just the way things are going. And the fact that we're not out of the bear market yet, but for flipping, like not financial advice, but for flipping, if you have some flipping funds, you know, stuff that you can just flip in and out, just to maybe accumulate more RMRK, to maybe accumulate more MOVR, more Kusama, more DOT, whatever you support, then you could perhaps play these flips. And I'm personally playing these flips, okay? I'm not recommending anyone else to do it, but I am doing it just to let you know. So what I do is I normally try to buy RMRK around the 440 mark, 445, sometimes 460. If I see that it is holding quite well, and then I try to sell a little bit of that RMRK around 480 to $5. Unfortunately, I didn't always time the tops, which we had. We went to like over 5 a couple of times, and I actually canceled that order and I sold a little bit earlier just because I wanted to grab the USDT and just wait for lows and then to accumulate more RMRK. But yeah, the price did dump, so I did manage to get back in, and now I'm riding this once again, and so I'm looking for a potential exit here around here because I just don't see Bitcoin breaking past 32k, right? I just don't see that happening, at least not on this try, right? Maybe on future tries, but I don't think it's going to happen on this try. I think we're going to go down again, and so to me, this is a good opportunity to accumulate more RMRK by buying lower, selling higher, buying lower again. And so yeah, and then of course taking out the profit. So if I'm earning, say I don't know, maybe 20, 30, 50, even 100 RMRK extra from what I used to have, then I would actually put that aside and stack that up. And just a quick word from our sponsors, CEX.io. I'd like to thank them for sponsoring this video, so let's watch this short clip before we continue on. CEX.io is an instant crypto buy and sell exchange. At CEX.io, you can deposit and withdraw funds using Visa and Master credit card and debit cards. Depending on the country you live in, you can also use SWIFT, ACH for the US, domestic wire transfer, faster payments for the UK only, or SEPA for the European countries. There are over 100 available cryptocurrencies, instant crypto and fiat withdrawal, secure, PCI DSS compliant, no customer funds have been lost since 2013 when they initially launched their exchange, and their exchange platform has a new reduced fee schedule, over 200 pairs to offer, stable and durable APY for trading automation. They also offer simple staking with up to 23% APY, and some of the top coins for staking are DOT, KSM, AVAX, Matic, ADA, and XTZ. No need to do anything, just hold crypto and earn. Check out CEX.io from the link in the description of this video. So yeah, let's move on and talk about MOVR here, because I did say that with Remark we're gonna struggle to break $5, but with MOVR we did go below $20 a couple of times, unfortunately, as you can see here, it's definitely not looking pretty, because all these areas are now becoming resistance. We've got resistance at $22 here, we've got resistance at $23.80, and then we have a lot more resistance at $27. But it's going to be a long way away. So we first have to get back to this area of 27 before we can say, okay, we're moving on to the next level here. So I think, to me, until we break past this area here, until we break past this low that we had here, which is 43, we're not going to see good days for MOVR. It's just going to be sideways action, perhaps even more dumping, because this is not looking pretty. As you can see, we're putting in a new low here, then we're moving up a little bit, we're putting in a new low here. This one is like, I would argue this is like a lower than this, right? Although you could say that this one has just touched it now, so it does have some support here. It seems to be finding some support around $20, and then we went to $20 again here, as you can see. So this low here that we had from this week is holding quite okay as support, but how much longer will it hold before the next move down, which is likely going to take us to around $18 to $17, maybe even less. It's going to be nasty if things don't turn out well for Bitcoin, but what can we do? This is the situation we're in. This is the bear market. This is how we are, and all we can do is really flip if you have flipping funds. If not, then just hodl and wait. For Kusama, $72 here. So yeah, again, it is struggling to get back to $80 here, but it could, right? All depending on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin does pop to 32K, I am expecting Kusama to probably reach $80 on a week and then likely dump back down, because we did get this nice week here to 87.68. So I'm expecting the next high to be lower than this high, because every time we've had a high, it's always been lower than the last high. And I'm expecting a lower high here of maybe around $80 if we get Bitcoin to 32K. Okay, this is my my personal thought here. And then if we dump lower, then we could expect Kusama to hit, I think, levels of around $50 if I'm not mistaken here. We need to go all the way back, because we do have support here, different areas here. So we're currently at this level, which we were back in January of 2021. If we go to the levels of December 2020, we would be seeing prices of $63. This is going to be acting as support. So we had $63, I believe, already, and so we could see this again. And then after that, we do have some more support around $53, and also $50 here as well. So we've got different lines of support for Kusama, thankfully, because it does have a lot of liquidity. It's also on Coinbase now, and yeah, I mean, it's looking nasty, to be honest, but what can you do? And then we have this one here at $58. I didn't see this one, now I saw it. So this one's gonna act as a support as well, around $58 here. And then we have this one at $50. So yeah, around 50 I think we should be fine, but once we break below that, then we're in big trouble. Although Kusama has been holding quite okay, like I said, it all depends on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin still accumulates around these areas, then we could be in a good situation going forward with all the alts. But for now, we are in this situation that we're in now, the nasty one, and all we can do is hodl or flip if we have flipping funds. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.